Hi, I'm Pharaoh King, and you are tuned into the movement.
This is some good shit.
.xyz. Yeah! So my friends, I have a conversation for you. We're going to get it. And this conversation is going to be about the Aetherius Society. Now, this is very interesting.
Hey, Terry, smell my finger.
What the hell is that?
My ass.
Get the hell out of here, doofy.
These guys have a very unique belief. Now, it's alien worship. And I'm not sure if they're worshiping aliens exactly, because I didn't want to watch the whole thing because I wanted to watch it with you. So I just took little pieces so that I can construct something, for this intro, right? And it was started by a guy named George King. I'm not related, obviously, so he's not my uncle or something. He created this society, and I believe, from what I understand, that some aliens visit him, and they came with the message. And I guess it was how to store energy. I'm not sure, because I didn't watch it all. I just watched a little bit. And I'm not sure if it's energy and consciousness, and they use this box to transmit it from one point to like California, and they store it there, and if something happens in the world, they send this energy out.
We need some milk!
The same as we do with electricity to your homes. Did that make sense? Wow, that was interesting. So, this is called the Aetherius Society, and it's alien worship, and it's worthy of us debating. So, without further ado, let's get it.
They call themselves the Aetherius Society. Their belief is sending positive prayer energy with a little help from extraterrestrials to disaster and war zones.
Little blue men.
Sounds out there. Well, before you write them off completely, take a look at this. You might be surprised. Matt Chisholm with the Aetherius Society.
Listen, they who work.
It's like they're like the last airbender.
You can really feel the energy going through you.
We may transmit this unto the world.
This is potent. This is useful.
At first, I thought
cool.
their accents was just weird, but then I realized they're from England. So
Salvation.
The world desperately needs it.
Let him look within.
they really talk like this in England. I was there with Jessica.
Wondrous glory of his divine.
They call it Operation Prayer Power.
It's about soul, spirit, heart.
And it's also about cooperation with UFOs.
Little blue men.
Extraterrestrial intelligence enhance all spiritual actions. The craft called Satellite Number 3, which comes into orbit, close proximity of this Earth.
Confused? Well, for the members of Auckland's Aetherius Society, it's pretty simple.
Almighty Father,
flow through this world.
Almighty. I'm sorry. I couldn't help
So,
myself.
how does it work?
This form of praying allows a concentrated aspect of energy to go through this radionic piece of equipment that is linked to Los Angeles and then stored for later use.
It obeys laws. Just like electricity, it can be stored, and just like electricity, it can be concentrated.
But they're not lying. He's right. I may be laughing sometimes, but they're telling the truth. You can't concentrate
in
energy.
Santa Barbara, Los Angeles, or say the earthquake victims in Haiti.
You can't always go over there and give aid to people.
Do you seriously think you can capture positive energy, send it to the other side of the world, store it, and use it at your discretion?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I do agree with that.
No doubt whatsoever.
That is true. You could do that.
It's provable. All we say is investigate.
Now, if they're doing it the right way,
So we
that's
did,
the question.
finding that the Aetherius Society and its
Was that
Operation
Pootie
Prayer Power
Pie?
using boxes, batteries and radionic links was the brainchild of a Dr. George King.
He did come in a spacecraft, but I didn't see him get out of the craft.
A now deceased former London taxi driver who communicated with extraterrestrials.
And there was a green beam of light came from the bottom here.
His voice box was used by these extraterrestrials, or cosmic masters as we call them, and they communicated through him.
And that communication went like this.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My dear friend.
Your name is?
I am known as Aetherius.
Where do you come from?
The planet Venus.
He brought about tremendous lines of communication, not only communication,
like
but also cooperation.
Religion, science and extraterrestrials who help send out that stored positive energy, coming together to do good.
Every human being has this amazing miracle kit within them.
Commercial cleaner
why do
Frank
they have a cross
McManus
in there
has
if
been
they're-
doing his bit to help mankind for 30 years.
They're from all walks of life. Professional people, business people, some work as housewives.
And they all have no doubt that what they're doing works.
The creator of all things.
No doubt whatsoever. Absolutely convinced of it. The changes have been miraculous.
We've actually seen hurricanes divert, things like the Cyprus War was stopped.
If you have the results of 700 prayer hours in a physical container, you can release it at a moment's notice.